This is the Washington Times front page for Wednesday, March 23rd, 2022. Thanks for joining us. I'm George Gerbo. The stakes for President Biden's meeting with NATO allies as war rages in Ukraine couldn't be higher, but expectations are low for quick and concrete results. White House correspondent Jeff Murdoch reports the president is headed to Belgium, where he'll attend a NATO summit, a meeting of the Group of 7 leading industrial nations, and a session of European Union leaders to discuss ways to restrain Russia and support Ukraine. He'll then travel to Poland, which has taken in the largest number of the estimated 3.5 million Ukrainians who have fled the fighting, to meet with its president. The trip currently looks to be more symbolism than substance. U.S. and NATO leaders continue to reject measures that they fear could draw Western nations into a direct fight with Russia, and it's not clear that the United States and its allies would take major steps to boost Ukrainian defenses. Supreme Court nominee Ketanji Brown Jackson defended her record of sentencing felons convicted of possessing or distributing child pornography during her confirmation hearing. Legal Affairs reporter Alex Sawyer reports one of the cases in question includes U.S. v. Cooper. In the case, Jackson sentenced Ryan Cooper to the lowest sentence allowed, 60 months, for his conviction of distribution of child pornography. Jackson noted that Congress has enacted a law telling a judge what to do when handing down a sentence, and that the law tells a judge to issue a sentence that is sufficient, but not greater than necessary. A federal judge ruled that the Department of Homeland Security broke the law when it wrote rules limiting which illegal immigrants can be detained or deported. Stephen Dinan reports Judge Michael Newman said Congress was clear in setting out classes of illegal immigrants who it thought should be mandatory targets for deportation, and DHS can't unilaterally change those. The injunction on Immigration and Customs Enforcement will limit its ability to pick and choose targets. The Biden administration has tried to narrow the pool of illegal immigrants in danger of deportation. A reminder that you can find all these stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page. If you don't have access to the Times yet, you can visit WashingtonTimes.com/George for a special subscription offer. Since the New York Times acknowledged that it has authenticated emails and other files from the laptop of Hunter Biden, most officials and organizations that blame the story on Russian disinformation are declining comment. Dave Boyer reports the story was initially published by the New York Post, but verification of the contents of the laptop weren't immediately available as the story spread. Former Director of National Intelligence James Clapper told the Post that he stands by the statement he signed with 50 other former intelligence officials that it appeared to be a disinformation operation. The laptop, left at a Delaware computer repair shop in 2019, contained a trove of emails and other files detailing Biden's business relationships in Ukraine and China. And finally, the American Kennel Club and other pet advocates have noted a trend in thefts of rare but popular purebred dogs. No law enforcement agency or advocacy group tracks domestic dog thefts, but Sean Salai reports the French Bulldog and the Pembroke Welsh Corgi, among others, epitomize the size, popularity, and rarity that thieves prize most highly. Online pet guide Pet Keen reports that French Bulldogs are the breed most likely to be stolen and can fetch up to $10,000 apiece. Advocates say marking a dog with identifying information and details remains the best way to prevent theft. The American Kennel Club estimates the number of stolen dogs at around 2 million per year. Find all of today's front page stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page or on the Washington Times app, and find us on any major podcast platform. Just search Washington Times in your favorite podcast app. You can also find us on Twitter and Instagram at WashTimes for breaking news, sports, commentary, and more. For the Washington Times, I'm George Gerbo.